Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive all about Courtney Dauwalter.
That's right. We're going to be diving deep into all things Courtney Dauwalter using the awesome articles on rockingultra.com.
Yeah, and rockingultra.com is an awesome resource for runners of all levels, by the way.
Absolutely. Whether you're just starting out or training for your 10th ultra marathon, they got something for you.
So today we're your AI guides, pulling out the most interesting stuff from those articles and basically giving you a shortcut to becoming a Dauwalter expert.
Sounds like a plan to me, so let's jump right in.
Okay, so Courtney Dauwalter. This is a woman who is not just winning ultramarathons.
No, she's dominating them.
Yeah, exactly. Dominating. And in 2023, she accomplished something that a lot of people thought was impossible.
Yeah, the ultra running Triple Crown, winning the Western States 100, the Hard Rock 100, and UTMB.
Now, these aren't just any races.
No, these are three of the most brutal and demanding ultramarathons on the planet, and she won all three in a single year.
And get this, she's the first person ever to achieve this feat.
It's insane, and she does it all with this, contagious smile.
Right, like you see photos of her in the middle of these races, and it's like she's out for a casual jog, not battling sleep deprivation and, extreme heat and all that.
Exactly, and she's often wearing these baggy basketball shorts, which somehow adds to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like her trademark look. But behind that smile and the shorts is a serious athlete with a unique philosophy that rockingultra.com calls the pain cave.
Ah, yes, the pain cave, that point where most runners hit their mental and physical limits.
Yeah, and instead of fearing it, Dauwalter embraces it.
She leans right into the discomfort and actually sees it as this essential part of growth.
Not just in running, but in life, too.
That's right. She has this quote that rockingultra.com highlights, and it really captures her whole approach to the pain cave.
What is it?
She says, "It's where the magic happens."
Wow. It's where the magic happens. And she's talking about the pain cave, the point where most people will be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that quote speaks volumes about her mental fortitude.
For sure. So can you give us an example of this pain cave philosophy in action?
Absolutely. Her win at the Moab 240 is a perfect example.
That's the 240-mile race through the Utah desert, right?
Yeah, she not only won, but she finished over 10 hours ahead of the second-place runner.
10 hours ahead in a 240-mile race.
I know, it's insane. And this is a race where she experienced extreme heat, challenging terrain, and sleep deprivation so intense that she even started hallucinating.
Wait, she was hallucinating during the race?
Yep, seeing things that weren't there.
Ow, that's incredible. I mean,
Right.
talk about pushing your limits.
And that's Courtney Dauwalter for you.
So it's clear that she's physically tough, but what about the mental side of things?
Her mental game is arguably her biggest strength.
What is it about her mindset that allows her to stay so focused and positive through these grueling challenges?
Well, first of all, she has this incredible positivity. Like I said, you rarely see her without a smile.
Yeah, she always seems so happy, even when she's pushing herself to the absolute limit.
Exactly. And rockingultra.com points out that she sees running as a privilege, not a burden.
I like that perspective.
And she also breaks down these massive distances into manageable chunks mentally.
So instead of focusing on the whole 100 miles, she's just thinking about the next mile or the next aid station.
That's right. It's a way of tricking her mind into thinking it's not this epic, overwhelming challenge.
That makes sense. And what's interesting is that she doesn't seem to get caught up in all the data and technology that a lot of runners rely on these days.
She's not obsessed with tracking every step and analyzing every metric.
It's refreshing to see someone achieving such incredible results with a more intuitive approach.
She runs by feel, trusting her instincts and listening to her body's signals.
It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest approach can be the most effective.
Absolutely. So we've talked about her present-day success, but how did she get to this point?
Right. Was she always a natural-born runner, or were there struggles and setbacks along the way?
rockingultra.com definitely mentions that she didn't start out as an ultra runner.
So what was her athletic background?
Well, she was actually a competitive skier before she transitioned to running.
Interesting. So how did that transition go?
It wasn't all smooth sailing. Her early days as a runner were marked by challenges and even some failures.
So even Courtney Dauwalter had to overcome obstacles.
Everyone does.
True. So what were some of those early challenges?
Well, take her first attempt at a 100-mile race, for instance.
Oh, yeah. rockingultra.com mentioned that one. It didn't exactly go according to plan.
Nope. She hit a wall, struggled both physically and mentally, and even considered quitting.
Wow. So even the queen of ultra running had moments of doubt.
It happens to the best of us.
That's actually kind of reassuring to hear.
It's a reminder that everyone faces challenges and setbacks, but it's how you respond to those challenges that defines you.
And in Dauwalter's case, she used that setback as a learning experience.
She's all about resilience, bouncing back from challenges, analyzing her mistakes, and coming back stronger.
And that resilience is a theme that runs throughout her entire career.
It's one of the keys to her success.
So that first 100-miler wasn't her only challenge. I'm guessing rockingultra.com hinted at some pretty intense experiences out on the trails.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about a woman who once experienced temporary blindness during a 100-mile race.
Wait, what? Temporary blindness?
Yeah, it's not a metaphor. She literally lost her vision for a portion of the 2017 run, Rabbit Run.
Wow, seriously. And she kept going.
She did. She pushed through that challenge and finished the race.
That's some next-level dedication. I mean, it makes you wonder what's going on in her head when she's facing these kinds of obstacles.
Well, rockingultra.com dives into her mental strategies quite a bit, and they highlight this quote from her that really sums it up.
Okay, what is it?
She says, "Suffering is temporary, but what you learn from it can last forever."
Suffering is temporary, but what you learn from it can last forever.
That's a powerful statement.
It is, and it perfectly encapsulates her approach to running and to life in general.
It's not about avoiding pain. It's about embracing the challenge and using it as an opportunity for growth. Exactly. And that's what makes her story so inspiring. It's not just about running. It's about pushing boundaries, overcoming obstacles, and tapping into a level of resilience that most of us can only dream of.
I think you're right. It's about so much more than just running.
It's a testament to the power of the human spirit. Welcome back to our deep dive on Courtney Dauwalter with the amazing content from rockingultra.com.
Still going strong. And you know what I love about rockingultra.com is that they really cater to everyone.
Totally. Yeah, they have articles for seasoned marathoners and beginners.
All about training and mindset for running.
And even if you're not into running.
There's still so much you can take away from their insights.
So much good stuff. So where were we?
We were talking about Dauwalter's resilience and that crazy story about her experiencing temporary blindness during the 2017 run, Rabbit Run.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
Imagine pushing yourself to the point of vision loss and still finishing the race.
It's mind-blowing, and rockingultra.com suggests that her ability to compartmentalize helps her through these tough moments.
So she's basically breaking down these huge races into smaller, manageable chunks.
Right. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the whole thing, she just focuses on the task at hand.
Like getting to the next aid station or finishing the next mile.
Exactly. It's all about staying in the moment and not getting ahead of herself.
And that goes hand in hand with her positive attitude.
Always smiling, always looking at the bright side.
rockingultra.com points out that she sees running as a privilege.
Yeah, she's grateful for the opportunity to be out there pushing her limits.
Which is so different from how a lot of people view exercise.
Totally. They see it as a chore, something they have to do.
But for Dauwalter, it's a celebration of what her body can do.
And that brings us to another interesting aspect of her approach, her reliance on feel rather than data.
Right, she's not a slave to her fitness tracker.
She listens to her body and trusts her instincts.
Which is kind of counterintuitive in this age of technology and data obsession.
But it clearly works for her.
It does, and it's a good reminder that sometimes we overthink things.
Sometimes we need to tune out the noise and just listen to our bodies.
So true. Okay, so we talked about her first attempt at a 100-mile race, which didn't go as planned.
Yeah, that was a turning point for her.
rockingultra.com describes it as a moment where she really learned the importance of resilience.
She hit a wall, wanted to quit, but she pushed through and finished the race.
And that experience helped shape her approach to future challenges.
Absolutely. She learned that failure is just a part of the journey.
And that it's not about avoiding failure, but about how you respond to it.
Exactly. And that resilience has been key to her success.
It's inspiring to see how she's turned setbacks into fuel for growth.
Totally. Okay, so moving on to something else. rockingultra.com mentions the Moab 240, which she won by a huge margin.
Yeah, that's the 240-mile race through the Utah desert, right?
Yep, she finished over 10 hours ahead of the second-place runner.
That's insane, and this race was particularly brutal.
She had to deal with extreme heat-challenging terrain and sleep deprivation.
Oh, yeah, and I remember reading about the hallucinations she experienced during the race.
You mean like seeing things that weren't there?
Yeah, rockingultra.com mentioned something about dinosaurs and a floating cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's crazy to think about what her mind must have been going through.
So how did she stay focused and competitive when her mind was playing tricks on her?
It's a testament to her mental toughness and her ability to compartmentalize.
She just blocks out the distractions and focuses on the task at hand.
Right, she breaks the race down into smaller goals and keeps moving forward.
One step at a time.
Exactly. And even in those tough moments, she manages to find humor in the situation.
Yeah, like that floating cheeseburger.
It's amazing how she can laugh in the face of adversity,
It's a great reminder that we don't have to take ourselves too seriously.
especially when things get tough.
So we've talked about her physical and mental strengths, but another thing that stands out about Dauwalter is her vulnerability.
You mean how she's open about her struggles?
Yeah, rockingultra.com talks about how she's not afraid to admit that it's not always easy.
That there are times when she wants to quit.
It's refreshing to see that kind of honesty from someone who's achieved so much.
It makes her seem more human, more relatable.
And it shows that even the best athletes have moments of doubt.
But it's what you do with those moments that matters.
And Dauwalter chooses to push through to find that inner strength.
And that's what makes her so inspiring.
So true. Okay, before we move on, I just want to remind everyone that we're getting all this great info from rockingultra.com.
Right. They're an awesome resource for runners of all levels.
Whether you're training for an ultramarathon or just starting out.
They have articles, interviews, training plans, you name it.
And they even have books available on Amazon that go even deeper into these topics.
So check them out if you want to learn more.
Now let's talk about Dauwalter's most impressive achievement to date, the 2023 Triple Crown win.
Oh, yeah, that was historic.
Winning Western States, Hard Rock, and UTMB in a single year.
No one has ever done that before.
It's a testament to her dedication, her talent, and her unique approach to running.
And remember, she does it all with a smile and a simple philosophy. Listen to your body, trust your instincts, and enjoy the journey.
It's a powerful message that we can all apply to our lives, whether we're runners or not.
So true.
Welcome back to our deep dive exploring the incredible world of Courtney Dauwalter through the insightful articles on rockingultra.com.
That's right. We're your AI companions breaking down all the fascinating details of her career and her approach to running.
And remember, rockingultra.com is a fantastic resource for runners of all levels.
Whether you're a seasoned marathoner or just starting out, they have something for everyone.
Absolutely. And even if you're not a runner, their articles offer valuable insights that can be applied to any area of life where growth and resilience are key.
Couldn't agree more so. Before the break, we were talking about that mind-blowing 24-hour race where Dauwalter ran over 155 miles.
155 miles in a single day. It's just incredible.
It really is a testament to her incredible endurance and determination.
And rockingultra.com goes into some detail about how she trained for this epic challenge.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious to hear about that because I would imagine it takes some pretty intense preparation.
Me too. So spill the beans. What's her secret?
Well, you might be surprised to hear that her training regimen is actually quite simple.
Really?
Yeah.
No crazy high-tech equipment or super restrictive diet?
Nope. According to rockingultra.com, her approach is all about listening to her body and trusting her instincts.
So it's more about intuition and self-awareness than following a strict plan.
Exactly. She focuses on consistency, building a solid base of mileage, and then incorporating variety into her training.
So she's not just running on the road day after day.
No, she mixes it up with trail running, hill workouts, and even cross-training activities like skiing.
Skiing makes sense considering her background as a competitive skier.
It's all about challenging her body in different ways to build strength and endurance.
And I'm guessing she emphasizes recovery too.
Absolutely. She knows that rest and proper nutrition are just as important as the training itself.
It's all about finding that balance between pushing your limits and allowing your body to recover.
And that balance is key to her success.
So we've talked about her physical training, but what about the mental side of things?
Oh, her mental game is just as strong as her physical game.
What are some of the techniques she uses to stay focused and motivated during those ultra-long races?
Well, rockingultra.com mentions that she uses visualization, positive self-talk, and even mantras to keep herself going.
So she's basically creating a mental toolkit to help her through those tough moments.
Exactly. And one of the most powerful tools in that toolkit is gratitude.
Right. We talked about that before, her ability to find joy even in the midst of suffering.
It's incredible how she can maintain such a positive attitude even when she's pushing herself to the absolute limit.
And that gratitude fuels her. It gives her a sense of purpose that goes beyond the physical challenge.
It's a reminder that our mindset can have a profound impact on our ability to endure and overcome obstacles.
And it's a reminder that we can choose to focus on the positive even when things get tough.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have. And I feel like I've learned so much about Courtney Dauwalter, her incredible achievements and her inspiring philosophy.
Me too. And it's all thanks to the fantastic articles on rockingultra.com.
They've given us a glimpse into the world of ultra running and the mindset of a true champion.
And remember, they have so much more to offer.
Whether you're a runner or not, there's something for everyone on their website and in their books.
So if you're looking for inspiration, motivation, or just some practical tips on how to push your limits, be sure to check them out.
You won't regret it. So that wraps up our deep dive into the extraordinary world of Courtney Dauwalter.
Thanks for joining us on this journey of exploration and inspiration.
Until next time, keep running, keep pushing, and keep believing in your own incredible potential.